All right, guys, welcome back. Treadmill Talks. In this episode, we're going to talk about should you take your ex back? How can you? Would you? Whatever. Anything to do involving ex-girlfriends. Or, yeah, we'll stick. In this one, we'll stick to ex-girlfriends. I'm pretty sure there's no female people that watch me, so it'll be a man and girl broke up. Does man want to get the girl back kind of thing. So, should you take your ex back? Don't forget, guys, subscribe. The channel is starting to take off. Thank you to everybody that actually has subscribed. It's because of you guys I keep making these videos on my treadmill. Now, I hope the videos provide value, though. Truly. Hopefully we can all get through this dating scene together. Now, when it comes to ex-girlfriends, I'm not like the most experienced guy, but I have tried, over the years, I have tried taking back a couple of them, the pros and cons. I'll give you my perspective. Maybe you can derive some value from it. Now, the first thing is whether or not can you get your ex back. And this is actually what trips men up the most, is did you break up with her? This is step number one. Did you break up with her or did she break up with you? That's key. Now, the reason why that's key is because if she broke up with you, basically the answer is no, and you shouldn't, and you never get involved with that again. Let me explain. So, remember how we were saying in the last few videos now that you cannot build equity with women over a span of time, only the value in the moment? So, the same is not true for men. So, when a girl breaks up with you, dude, I have so many examples of my buddies, of my guy friends doing this, and they get screwed over so hard. The reason why is because of the equity problem. If you have like 3 or 4 years with a girl or whatever, it's a certain length of time, and she breaks up with you to go find herself, to go through a party phase, or maybe you just became a fat bastard and you got lazy. There's lots of reasons why. It doesn't really, the specific reason why she broke up with you doesn't really matter. What actually matters is that in her head, she switched the switch thinking that she could do better on some level. Now, when I say she could do better, that doesn't actually mean physically, status, money, whatever. It just means that, like, you were not fulfilling a need of hers, and she wanted to get that need fulfilled somewhere else. Could be emotional intimacy. It could be security. There's a lot of things it could have been, right? So, like, sometimes she'll go and date, like, a fat loser. And you're like, how the hell? I'm better than that guy in every way. But the fat loser can spend, like, 8 hours a day with her and listen to her cry and whine about, like, do you know what I'm saying? He's there in a different capacity for her. Therefore, he's better for her, right? That's what that means. But anyway, so the reason why you can't actually go back to a girl that broke up with you, even if she does come back eventually and she wants you back, you can't let your equity investment in her let her swindle you back. The reason why is because she thought she could do better. Period. In whatever way. Now, she either does better and moves on, or she figures out that she can't, and she made a bad call. So think about it. Do you want to be the guy that's with a woman who thought she could do better and found out she couldn't? No, that means she didn't choose you. That means you're like, she's settling for you. So, and you know what? Some guys might be like, oh, that's a good thing because she found out that she couldn't do better. That means I'm the best that she could do. Brother, no. She is going to, for some reason women are like this, but she is gonna resent you for the rest of your guys' lives because she couldn't do better. She's not gonna be appreciative and gracious that you took her back. No. She's gonna hate you. She's gonna make it your fault that she couldn't do better. Her brain will do some mental gymnastics shit in order to make her settling with you. She's gonna resent, dude. She's gonna be so miserable because she had to settle for you. You can't take her back. And if you remove the equity part of it, like I invested 3 years into this girl, remove the equity part of it, would you actually want, if you were like a third party looking down, would you want to be with a girl that couldn't see your value in that moment? Do you want to be with a girl that her eyes had FOMO and grass is greener syndrome? Do you want to be with a girl that couldn't actually see the happiness that she had in that moment? Because let's say you guys do get back together. What's going to happen in another year or two? The human doesn't change. She's latching onto you for security and safety until she just finds the next guy to jump onto. Because she, in the back of her mind, that switch told her that she should be able to do better. It's like, have you guys heard of RAS, Reticular Activation System? It's the concept of the eyes see what they want to see, not what actually reality is. So basically what that means, let's say you even take her back. Let's say you take her back after a year or whatever. Let's say you're jacked, you got in shape, you got a bunch of money, you're like the top Chad, you're the top G now. She doesn't see you that way. Her brain will not let her see you that way. She will see you as the guy forevermore. She's gonna see you as the guy that she left. She's gonna see you as the guy where she's settling. It doesn't matter how much you level up. Trust me on this. Now, that's kind of the whole thing in a nutshell. If a girl actually does break up with you, you need to kind of love yourself enough. Like, what's the goal? Think about it. It's like, why are you so scared to be alone? Ask yourself these questions. Why do I want her back so bad? And you know what? We'll talk about some physiological stuff here. Did you actually know that the human brain, so the love chemical oxytocin, is like heroin? Apparently it's as powerful as a heroin addiction, right? So when you go through a breakup, especially if you're new to dating and you're in your 20s, it gets easier as you get older because you realize this kind of stuff. But when you're a bit younger, you are actually, you want, I heard this somewhere else and this kind of stuck with me. But when a girl breaks up with you, the reason why you're heartbroken and you want her back, it's because you want the image of what you had back. not the actual human that's in front of you. And your RAS can't see that. Because the girl that broke up with you, the girl that's in front of you, she's actually not the same person that you hooked up with whatever long ago. She's not the same person. She doesn't treat you well. She thinks you're a beta. She doesn't appreciate you. She's not the same person. But you remember, because of the equity problem that men have, your equity and your RAS is telling you, I remember the good times we had. So you're married to your brain is married to what could be, what you know to be, but will never be, okay? Never. Now, we know that humans are more loss averse except for women, they're more loss averse versus trying to gain new things. So like, you're more likely to run away from a tiger than you are to run towards a piece of food, right? So that's why most people don't change. When they're comfortable and they're set, they fight harder to not lose that rather than go and find new pastures, right? I'm not sure why guys are always afraid of the work. Nothing bad really happens. But let's say, I have a story. I just had a buddy of mine that went through this exact same scenario. God, you tell guys that what the other thing is? Even though what I'm saying, it's logically all true. Like, you didn't even need to watch this video. Like, you know what I'm saying? And yet, I get it. Because when you're in it, it's all you can see. It's all you can think about. You have that heroin addiction. I think every guy understands what it's like. And then you have to like detox it for like 6 months to remove that equity out of your head, right? So funny. So my buddy, his girl dumped him to go find herself. I think she hit 30 or something, and she didn't have a party phase. He's like 34, 35, and he wanted to settle down and stuff. So they broke up for about 4 months or 5 months or something. And then, what do you think happened? She's like, oh, I realized you were the one for me after all. What does that mean? That means she tried to get with a better man, and that didn't pan out. That's what that is. He doesn't want to accept that truth, though. He doesn't want to accept it. He thinks that she came around. Now, it doesn't end there. After the fact, he's like, for some reason, they just got back together. He's like, for some reason, she doesn't want to be intimate with me anymore, even though we're back together and in love. I'm like, brother, she probably had 6 or 7 dicks in her since you guys broke up. She's not pair bonded to you anymore. That's over. You gotta get out of there, dude. And then he's like, well, we have our house together. We have our finances together. Everything was planned out to retirement and all. I'm like, equity. The fucking equity. The equity, man. It's like he's in love with the equity. Not the girl that's in front of him. Not the girl that is disrespecting him by literally going banging other dudes. And then, oh my God, dude. Guys need to have more self-respect, man. This shit is crazy what's going on out there. Where is the incessant scarcity coming from? Go do cold approach. You ain't gonna feel scarce after that. So you know what the old saying is? The fastest way to get over a girl is to get under another one. It's 100% true, man. Now, people will put negative labels on it, like rebound, or like trauma sex, or just anything like that. They don't know what the fuck they're talking about, man. It's like, sometimes you just need a win when you're feeling down. That's all it is. Sometimes you just need a damn win. Your girl leaves you because she thinks she could do better. The second you sleep with another girl, doesn't even have to be as attractive, even better if it is, which is what I did. But like, you just feel like you're not a piece of shit anymore. Because another female out there validated you with her body in a certain way, right? She validated your existence. She validated that you actually mean something. What happens to your equity and your reticular activation system? All of a sudden, it's like, oh, maybe I can build equity with, and then you cannot fall into the trap of monkey branching. That's not what that is. Do not monkey branch into another relationship. You didn't learn the lessons. There's a difference between getting a win and then building equity with yourself. And there's a difference between, monkey branching or rebounding. Rebounding is not a good idea. Not a good idea. Because every time you rebound, you still have that scarcity mindset. So you basically took all that equity from that previous girl and you like unfairly so dumped that equity into this new girl, and you're trying to like mold her into the image that you still have of the previous one, which is toxic, man. Don't do that. Every new girl you date has to be a new equity from start to finish. You have to erase all the past shit. You have to be like a woman. You have to, every day is a brand new day, and you do not build equity with anybody but yourself. Never. So anyway, guys will be like, how do you get her back anyway, doofus? It's like, I hear what you're saying, and it makes perfect logical sense. And yet, I need to find all this out on my own, and I want my girl back anyway. All right, well, if you want the damn tactic on how to get her back, the easiest way to do it is you have to stoke jealousy. And it needs to be quick. It needs to be heartless. It needs to be savage. And you have to have the skills to do it. Let me explain. And it can't be, it's tricky. She can't know that that's what you're trying to do. It has to be genuine. Let me explain. So, if you know that your girl goes to like Costco on Saturdays or something, and you like, the goal is to inspire jealousy, right? If you show up at Costco on the same day, at the same time, with another girl on your arm, she's gonna know that you're doing it on purpose. And in which fact, that it will reaffirm that she broke up with a fucking loser, right? Because you're doing that shit on purpose. It needs to seem, better yet, it needs to be organic. Like, the best example is the club. But I'm not sure if a lot of guys that watch this channel go clubbing or to bar hopping. If you guys shared okay, let me, this is probably the simplest example. I've done this one many times. if you guys are at a similar social event, like a mixer or like a sport, you guys both go to the gym together. That's a good one. And you don't actually have to, because in gyms, they're like really small social circles and everybody kind of gossips. You start bringing a new girl with you to the gym, the same gym where your ex-girlfriend was at, but not at the same time. And you do that for a couple of weeks, which also implies that you have another girl to bring. So I'm assuming this advice is gonna fall on deaf ears. But you bring another girl, you let the gossip train do the work for you. Oh, did you hear that your ex is bringing a new girl around the gym? Humans love gossiping, dude. You want and then she's thinking, he didn't purposely bring her at the same time. He's purposely avoiding me by bringing her at other times so that I won't find out, but I did find out. Now she's back in your DMs, right? Yeah, but again, I would recommend against it. Now, because even if she does take you back, you had to trigger her hypergamous nature to get her back. That's not a girl you want to be with anyway. Trust me, man. If a girl can't see your value for who you are, fuck them, dude. Just forget them. But let's say you don't have a girl to bring to the gym with you. You just need to talk to other girls and flirt with them. Your only goal in that scenario is to get her to see or hear you with other women. It's the only way. First of all, no contact, and she needs to hear about you moving on very quickly. It needs to be fast. If she hears that you moved on a year later, it's too late. She probably already had a million dicks by then. You have like a small window of opportunity. Basically what you're trying to do, when a girl leaves, she thinks that she can do better, right? On some level. Now, what your goal in attempting to try to do is to show her brain that in fact you can do better. And you were just waiting for her to break up with you so that you can move on to a better girl. What's the number one emotion that women can't deal with? FOMO, fear of missing out. Now, she sees within a week or two, you've already moved on, right? And now she's like, damn, maybe I made the wrong call. FOMO. Now, if you do take her back, I promise you will regret it. You will fall into old habits. You didn't actually build yourself up to be a better man. And even if you did, here's the thing. Even if you do take her back, she's always going to be thinking, I've actually done this. She's always gonna be thinking in the back of her head at all times, did I make the right call? Can I actually do better? And you're gonna have to live the rest of your life playing dread game. Dread game, for those of you, is your woman will only be attracted to you when she sees other women flirting with you or touching you or passively showing interest in you right in front of her. Then it's exhausting, dude. Do you really want to live your life that way? Do you really want to live your life where, let's say, December rolls around or November and it starts snowing or it's just cold and you want to just stay in for a month or two and play some video games? You stay in for a month or two, your girl doesn't see other girls hitting on you, and now she gets the FOMO again. It's exhausting, dude. The fuck's the point? Like, don't do that. Don't do it. But I've done that before and it does work. I think jealousy and FOMO are the two ways to get your girl back if you do want to. And if you do follow this advice and it does work, and you see this video, a year from now or 2 years from now, whatever, remember this video, come back in the comment section and let everybody know what happened. Or if you had the experience, let's say you got your ex back, leave a comment down below what you think, what happened, okay? Am I right or am I right? Would it have been better to start equity with a new girl? Or is it better to miss all the old equity that you had and play all these gymnastic mind games with another human to try and get the image of your old equity back? Because you just, I don't know why, but I mean, I've done it, I'm not judging, I've done it before too, trust me. It's never panned out that way. Anyway, guys, we're gonna call it for this one. I hope I shared a good experience with you guys. Hit the subscribe button. Again, leave a comment down below with your experiences with dealing with exes. We will do another video on what you should do if you broke up with them. That's a very different scenario. And the reason why is because you're actually already satisfied the hypergamy part. So it's a very different frame. But again, I'm assuming that most guys that watch this video have been broken up with. That's usually the case. But we'll do the other one too. We'll do the other one. Anyway, guys, subscribe. Thank you everybody for subscribing and growing the channel. And I'll see you in the next one.